during winter time.
I got to be. I'm very, very sorry.
Anyway, for me, I just think you gotta experience it in order for it to go. And you felt skin?
I had a bath in the morning.
I tell you how far. I mean, I'm in New York, you know. I tell you, like, when you go up Connecticut and over, the places get real cold.
No, I ain't go to those places. I didn't that.
Because I was in New York a few times, and trust me, they're cold. When you go to Connecticut, you get in feet and feet of snow.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. This is just your culture. And your culture is that you have a bath 2 to 3 times a day.
No, you don't have to bathe 2 to 3 times. Remember, he said because he do photos, he tend to bathe extra. So the question is, if you didn't have to do those photos, would you have bathed the extra time? You understand, man?
Why you got to be?
Yeah?
Back up.
You're live right now.
I gotta go back and share. You can see it from me on, or I gotta go back.
No, you gotta share it.
Man, don't worry the fucking thing, man. Don't damn on the scone. That's the problem you go start.
Oh, sorry, it's the same life, same measure.
Okay.
Oh.
Remember the Facebook live at that? Facebook.
Yeah. So I just tag him?
Basically, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Are you live here right now?
Yeah, we just connect back to the same stream.
Okay, just take a peep and see.
Cool.
See what I know.
It looks up. It looks like it's up again.
What's the battery thing?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see you. We get it from.
I keep it here. As I do everything else.
No, I actually can't get one. I can't get good one. I got one. So I want to guess if it's a good one.
It is.
I don't buy one last time, but the thing really.
It was a lot of charge.
But let me gaff mental health.
We gaffing mental health. And again, remember now we gonna have conversations and
I got a question for ask you.
Stunt.
No, I got a real question. Good question.
Now wait till the man done talk.
He get done talking here, he said we gaffing. He said we gaffing.
Yeah, Bart.
You.
We ain't done that.
You.
Wait on that. No, I just hear he said we gaffing, so I thought you done. And then I hear someone, we gaffing, we talking about mental health. For you, what you find as a man was your worst time mentally? That's what man. As men.
I think the question is, have you ever encountered a time in your life that it has destabilized your mental health, Bart?
Yes. The immediate answer to that question is yes. However, because of conditioning to sorts, I did not recognize it as a destabilization in any form.
You willing to talk about it? Like elaborate on a story?
No.
No story? No?
We could talk about
Give me a story.
So the first time I actually experienced it was I was a former scholarship student to Cuba. I did not complete the program. So that entire experience and coupled with the fact that there's this looming fear that I gotta leave here with an unfinished product. I gotta go back home and face folks who are there waiting with expectancy. That in itself, for a couple of days, for a couple of weeks, and I didn't even realize, I found myself doing strange things to cope. That's when I had a cigarette binge, first time in my life. Don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I'm a cigar aficionado, but I had a cigarette binge.
We went through a couple packs.
I don't like cigarettes. I can't stand cigarettes. But for some strange reason, it was comfort for that period. And then you came home, and then there's the reality of you're back home, you gotta make it, you gotta get things done, you gotta get a job. You can't get a job. You're a big man. You gotta work, you gotta take care of yourself from family.
How old were you then?
About 24, 25.
Big man,
Right? So the stress, coupled with the anxiety of expectation from what you are perceiving coming from the outside. Nobody can come and tell you nothing, But again, conditioning. And here you are thinking everyone expects so much from you.
I think a lot of men I think the real discussion about men's mental health is the fact that nobody noticed it.
Yeah, because we mask it so good.
No, but I don't think society allows for you to come out. You're considered to be a wimp.
Correct.
When you speak about mental health.
And that's so up to today.
Right? You're considered to be a wimp. No, I can't say... I want to say we have to have more discussions. But in light of the fact how you came out, have you ever seen a psychiatrist?
Officially, no.
Have you ever had someone to talk to?
Yes.
You had someone to talk to. Somebody thing. Alright, so I am thinking, like when he was going through, he had me to talk to.
Me too.
He had you to talk to.
I had to talk to years after.
Right? So some clarity could come.
Yes.
So I'm not necessarily going to be guiding men to doctors because we have turned out fairly well and then got no psychiatrists in this equation.
Hear me out. Unpopular opinion. I do believe at this point where I'm at and all the experiences that I would have garnered to date, I do believe that each and every one of us can benefit from some form of mentoring. Not necessarily going to see a psychologist per se, but we can benefit from some form or the other of mentoring.
You ever went to a psychiatrist though? On a real? You ever been to one? I've never been to one either.
Yeah, but
a lot of people suggested for me to go to one. But the problem is with the psychiatrist thing for me, why I personally didn't go, is because I got friends of one, 2 cousins who I know going to therapy for 5-6 years and they still seem like the same exact way since they went.
Alright, so Sion, to touch that there, right? Going to a psychiatrist or going to a professional is basically the tip of the iceberg or the first part of the issue. Majority of the folks go to these people and they do not make any effort to take some sort of internal action on themselves. This is about you.
When you I think most people when they present themselves to a specialist, they're delivering themselves as helpless. Really and truly, specialists are supposed to be giving guidance. But I think also it is the society has become so much about money. Like you can remember last time a family doctor used to be a family doctor. They're doctors now.
Money on a show.
So, does the person understand the real issue? Like I listened to Jordan Peterson. And I think Jordan Peterson, a clinical psychologist, would have impacted more people in their lives in his dissemination of information. I'm now reading one of his books.
You know,
the dissemination of information.
I just making sure you know.
So I think he's impacted more people in their life in the public dissemination of information and really talking about manhood and everything else and the real principles of the human understanding, the human mind, really breaking it down. I think that has helped the world more than what he would have been doing in the clinics. And I could only imagine if you do a one-on-one, if Jordan Peterson could impact you so much in your life from a distance, I could only imagine what he was doing in the clinics.
Up close.
You understand? But there's some extent discussion about a conspiracy about the health-wise, how North America is dealing with people's health and the conspiracy in that and the fact that it's the biggest business. But the truth is, it's not a conspiracy, it's a crime. It's not a big conspiracy. Because you could see these people only have an intent on selling drugs.
Correct.
You understand? It's not conspiracy. People say, it's a conspiracy.
There's no cure. Let me add that to this. So, only the other day I saw an article that says, in North America, that they are they're having discussions at the Senate level to consider putting MDMA back on the market legally after it being banned for more than 40 years. And for those who don't know, MDMA
like me,
Molly, ecstasy, those things. Yeah.
Hardcore drugs.
No, just no, like methamphetamines.
North America has basically lost the cultural battle.
Correct.
It's lost, right? They got nice places, they got things going on, but this is just not my thing. My thing is, how do we, as people, and more importantly as men, how do we impart more knowledge with men? How do we work on men? How do we, like for instance, we on this program, what our job's supposed to be doing is identifying what a mental health issue would look like. You understand? And having men be more open. Now, I'm not suggesting that you become a wussy, because I don't expect you, Bart, to come to me and say, oh, I gotta get this problem, I feel like I didn't mean that, and I'm scunt. Yes, what is your fucking issue, man up? Let's have a discussion about this, brother.
No, a lot of things. To answer that question, Critic, I think we have the wrong understanding, majority of us, of quote unquote what opening up is. No. Just stitching that one in there. We have the wrong understanding of what to open up is, and it is. Majority of the times when you hear people talk about how they open up to this person, or it's them basically going and unburden themselves to this individual.
And burden
others. Which is a problem. Now, what I think it should be more mirrored around, and this is just my opinion, what I think it should be more mirrored around is you're going to have a conversation with your buddy. You have X problem. This is the problem I have. This is how I'm looking to solution, because I always say, if you can come to me and tell me that you have a problem, please also come and tell me that you also have an idea of what your solution is. You can't just have a problem.
I don't necessarily.
No, wait. Hear me out. Yes, I will have my own solution of how they can go about whatever the issue is. But what I'm saying is the encouraging factor of them also thinking outside of the box to some extent. That is the beginning of them helping themselves.
Well, we got, like, all right. Let me tell you something. So, Sian would have been going through things, and he talked to you about it. He was talking to a lot of people about it.
Not too much of it.
He was on a program with Coel. And we've spoken this thing a lot of times on this program. And Sian was having a discussion with me about things that would seem the utmost manly things. Mm-hmm. Now, Sian ain't crying, Sian ain't cussing. Sian, after his program, I went down into the studio. Coel had a program running there, brought him on. And he was telling me about all these affairs and all these women. So this Banner is a stud. By any judge, this is fucking James Banner I'm talking to. Yes, sir. But in his deliverance, he wanted so much for me to understand and think. And telling me so much, right? Ask him what I said. I stopped. Because this is supposed to be a nice thing. Man getting enough woman is a nice thing, right? But I'm listening to him.
And he's not happy.
And I'm calculating. I turned around and I said, boy, something's wrong with you. And I went through a list of things. And Sian got quiet and upset and everything in one. I said, something is wrong with you. This is not normal behavior.
No, I didn't get upset or shocked.
You were shocked at
shocked for no.
You were shocked that someone was telling you.
No, somebody knew it was a cover.
Yes, sir. When he talking, here I tell you, the regular man, all the regular man doing, when he listens to Sian's story, I'm telling you, is saying, what, this man is a stud, I'm glad to link up with you like some girls, so, right? I'm thinking, this banner, something is wrong with this guy.
Can't to this day, the same girl, like, she mess with me after me, like, let's see something. I just said, knocking this thing down to get your pint out, so.
Yeah?
Somebody knock it down to see if me pint will come out.
Yeah. Right? So, again, I think one of the things is people in circles identifying or being aware. Like if you got a reader in a group.
Right.
Reader in a group, the critic group and thing, right? And I try to refrain. I thought these are people that I could have line with and be friends with. So because I used to always doing experiments, right? And then they got certain gaff and thing we're going on. Like them banner had a discussion in the group. I don't know if you noticed the discussion about
They got too much of chat.
about
I don't get for this.
blowing up an anti-man club, inviting all the anti-man and blow them up.
I still do the conversation.
Right?
I used to like start it off.
No, hear that. So I calculate if one man mad, another man stupid, and two is undercover queers and different story. There's a whole coherent group of people talking bare madness, and I'm asking who the J they get.
Wow.
Here, serious. I say, yo.
Wow.
End of conversation. This is total madness. End of conversation.
I just said nothing.
In the group, I said, this is total madness. You're attacking. End of conversation. No, here. But I ain't know about the business. I ain't playing no game like that. But right away, I am in a group with people who, several people expressing unstable mental practices.
This here.
I said I must be joking.
No.
So I said, man.
No, but like culturally.
Now it does not
Culturally, something is wrong. These guys, if you go up on the road, is normal guys. Everybody normal. Yes, sir. But this is where it starts. Like America with the school shooters. You can't be a school shooter around me, boss. I is a sharpshooter. You can't be a school shooter around me. By the time you move funny, I watch you right here and say, hello, why you behaving like? What is wrong with you? Something's wrong with you. Yes, I would notice though. And you got parents not willing to accept or deal with what is going on with the children. So boys, like my boys, I call me, so I say, yo, this is how this thing have happened, partner. Yes, and I'm watching them. They got man up. Remember now, I still watching, and I realize Michael, literally, my big son, literally lost his mind one time. Substance abuse, and trip out when he couldn't get the substance. Then walking all about the place, my cops and injection in your walking so. Because some we go in the market, man rob you and back you up and again. He come home. He listen to the earphone and walking and do 4 o'clock in the morning. Yes, sir?
You better now, though.
My car will run in you and things.
But you already know.
Out of the remember substance abuse and drawback.
Right.
But these things have a direct effect on you mentally.
Yeah.
Yes, sir?
You know, I find this helped me gym. The other day I had a major problem with my little son and my mother. And I had to gym it out. And after the gym, I felt better.
No, that is the discussion now. So everything is not going to be the same for everybody. Because we are here. And we have 3 different solutions we used for our issues. Like me. I have a unique mental strength. Unique to me. This would not be the case for many other people because I'm an only child. So from a very young age, what happens and how people are affected a lot of times mentally is because you had the burden of separation and you had to give and you had to share. From a very young age, I had to give nothing. Everything was for me, and I trained, I had to play
with myself.
Sure. Me ties, like ties, got conversation on the other side. Yes, I say train for the other people would be affected at how people act and interact with them. If people pull out like I am so taken up by the people who I love and who love me and who care for me and my friends. Mm. Yeah, so taken up. When I'm engrossed with them, right? I want to hear from them out there. I want to see them out there. But here I tell you, peace to me and all good men. You see when I lie down in the bed, me alone, like so, spread from the bed up. Yes, sir. Me alone and God.
Peace.
So it is very difficult when people come in my life. Any little thing. That is how I had to put unique effort into relationship. Here why? Any little thing
Is agitated.
out the tune. You understand? Just get me off. I just gotta make special effort for the people them around me. And people don't know that. People don't know why I'm willing, because I'm willing for run back to me car. You understand? So a woman who's going to go or be in a relationship with me, she come in with she all stepping on, walking on eggshells. You understand? Because partner, they ain't got nothing that I'm willing for deal with, for giving me peace by. When you say God, I will sort.
Once you find the peace, buddy, you don't want to give it.
You understand?
I find he's got a lot of peace around me too.
Oh, God.
I think so.
Where would you say you are now, Sian, after you would have been affected? And
Why the girl is the lady still trip me out to this day. You know, I had a story. I had to go in the gym 11 o'clock at night. I still don't get off in my son. Video chat, right? About 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I did an OB anyway. The man not called me name out him out. And I open big. Like he said something wrong. I said, man, what fun? Man said, Dad, I can't call your name in this house. I got Sian. He said, Sian. Something we talking and he said, Sian. I said, man, but you fail to realize that you name Sian too. Man said, no, mommy tell me I can't say Sian in this house. So we get off a little more, and well, his stepfather, he's called Poco or something like he's called, right? So something we get off now, I said, man, over Poco. He go now and he said, Daddy, right? And I open again. I said, man, what happened? Why are you open so? But mommy said, I can't call the Poco no more, I call it Daddy. I said, man, so you got to call it Daddy? He said, yeah, mommy listening, and I got to call it Daddy. Then the mother come up on the phone now, and she said, look, if you can't talk better things, I told you don't say certain things for that phone. I will cut it off. I told her, I said, man, son, me begging your mother for talk to you. I said, man, look, you don't stress yourself. I said, you want to play a game? He said, man, yeah, Daddy. I'd rather go and play a game because mommy watching. I said, all right, well, you want to play a game, man, son? I'll be on gaff another time. I cut off the phone. I sit down, I just the annies.
I don't think people understand.
And I get to 11 o'clock at night, I can't sleep. And I know I can't sleep
I don't think people understand.
And I go on the street 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, that thing.
No, but you have to, what you have to do, and Sian, you know, too many times you take serious things and make joke. And this is what plays out in your life when you act the fool too many times. Let me tell you something.
I take serious thing for past that something because I know what I could do about it.
No, but there's a lot you can do about it.
No,
Here why. You have a responsibility as a father to be strong. I'm glad you're talking about how you're affected. Right? So it's very important. It's nice that people here in know also it's not them alone. Because we had this conversation where you was getting worked up when this child left here.
Correct.
And I told you, the best time with your child is the time that you have. I did something with my ex when they was leaving. Hello.
It's still a lot of conditioning, and
I'll look at it as soon as I get time and I'll respond to you.
You know, there's people trying to control the space that you're in.
But the only thing I find I could do, which I did, I put a little extra effort into my other son when they're here. Like I invited he and all the friends over by my house. All of them come over. I invited my daughter, she bring over all her friends, and I do a big food for them. Then I had his son, but they got a football team to the school. He close friends them. I had them doing drills. I put them for do ice bath, and like I just found that I pay more interest.
No, but again,
just mask it.
I would want to think that what you're doing is a good thing. But what you're doing should be done no matter what. Not as a result of you responding to your feelings.
There's a lot of extra effort I'm telling you. So, like, to be honest with you, I would not have gone so all out with so much effort. I'll be honest with you, maybe like 50% of what I did.
Right.
But I've just been doing way extra all the time as much as I can.
Remember, there's a good effect for the children that you're doing all of this for them. Where the problem lies is that you are not confronting the issue.
But there's nothing I could do.
No, but yes, there's a lot you can do.
Yes.
Mentally, you have to confront the issue. You look at the fact that I am here. Me telling you, I glad. I want you to keep doing what you're doing with the rest of the kids.
But how we right? What does I want to know?
Right. You keep doing
solution. What's the solution?
What happens? That thing, your action towards your kids must not be because they were telling us the same thing with the woman doing. Here up now, she responded the way she treated him. The boy is responding to what she wants to do to you.
Correct.
Is that she? She's responding to you. And you're mirroring that you're doing the exact same that you responded to she.
Why she responding to me? Being on...
What the fuck the boy talking about, Sian?
Can you say she responding to you? You responding to me, what aspect?
You imagine in the house. Yeah. She carry your son to America.
Correct.
And in the house in America,
she telling you
telling your son about you.
Right.
Who for call, when for call, don't call in this house. Yeah, what's going on? She traveled to America. And the boy can't even say your own name. He named Sian too.
He named Sian, can't call your name.
You understand? I'm telling the Moko Moko, no call Moko Moko. You understand? Kali Daddy.
Yes, sir.
So daddy's a mook. It's daddy moko mok. Moko moko daddy moko mok.
Yeah, Kali daddy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kali daddy.
No, but what's saying? Right away, you have to realize here, like for instance, the time anger is immediate. This is the first thing you should know. Anger is an immediate reaction. I've done some studies and I learned it's an immediate emotion. To think. It takes about 10 seconds to think. Fortunately for me, I got a 5-second response time, not think, to respond. Okay. So if somebody says something, that's how I got the most memes in this country. I can answer, bam, so, right? So what you gotta do is give yourself 10 seconds. Yes, and before you even respond. Because I'm telling you, continue, you watch, and you see the boy's surprise. And you responded. You caused the fucking problem for the child. Yes, sir? Because I don't know how you're not fucking child surprise. Because you child, out of you and she being two fucking jackasses, he become over dramatic. Because he eye open, but you fucking eye open. Yeah, so in your conversation, so he eye this, then you fucking child, that's hard time, he eye opening.
Yeah, but then you can't do nothing to do also.
No, but what's the response?
I know something wrong.
When I watch something wrong, me got out I watch him. What fucking snake biting jaguar running he down in the house. 2 years left a phone. What bullshit you tell me? You talk to your son on the phone.
Exactly.
You fucking son is melodramatic, you understand what's going on?
If your son call you name and you notice that the eye open, that he says something wrong by calling you name.
Sian,
you don't think you're picking up
your son is picking up a fucking trait from you.
You're picking up from me.
You listen to what I'm telling you? Which child? He cuss. He call
exactly. Because he call the father.
There's no fucking normal behavior.
And that's my point. The boy call the father name and jumps, I already recognize something is wrong.
See, where did you get it from? Listen to me, I have a grandson.
Did you get it from you?
I have a grandson. It's very mild. Very mild. Miguel? No, father. Nice, right? And anyway, tell us, I'm going to blow up there, Miguel, with thing like, because nobody wrong with me.
Except for he.
Yes, sir. Nobody wrong with your accent.
Nobody.
Imagine you. Oh, you see your son surprised. I can only imagine you and your son never before. Sian. And you were, were you surprised? Eh? Everybody surprised about name calling?
Yeah. if you son call you name, I was shocked for call your own name. You're saying
I think so.
You're missing the point.
There's no point to missing.
I am telling you the ignorance where you and she participating in.
No, she.
Create a melodramatic child. Yes,
I know.
and both are the other for bullshit.
I know.
Because if me talking to me son, we need a continued relationship here. Well, hear what I want you to tell me. You're talking to your son. Your son acts surprised when he calls your name. Nobody in Lashi, nobody in BT. Right? You facilitated a conversation. Well, ask your son, but the man, the way, because he ain't done, daddy, and then you act surprised again, and you are going into the conversation, you get caught up, your fucking feelings hurt, you're gonna go in the gym because you can't sleep. You explain to me what's going on there. You figure what's going on there. You catch yourself what's going on there.
Fit into a situation.
Huh? Yeah, started.
He continued.
And it's a cycle. He knows see. You understand? Because I was saying,
I like what you're saying, yeah. You know,
No, here. Both they are the same. Both they are the same. Both, when they fucking telling me she come up on the other side of the phone, I heard if you want to attack, and they said, I like me. Me in the air. Watch. Because I don't want no issue, I don't want no conflict. I do not talk to my ex, no reason at all. Me and for that. Nothing to talk about. Yes, sir. Nothing to talk about. And here, it ain't got no hard feelings in my heart. If you ask who's the best mother them children could ever get, it's the same woman there. They could not have gotten a better mother. Yes, sir. What I'm saying, and this is the discussion we have here. It's figuring out here where we go around. No, you have to consider yourself a man, a stable man. Like tell you. You imagine you have a captain of fucking shit. You gotta tell me who blinking, who turning when he fucking see. You can decide the ship got captain. You gotta take control of the thing and say, well, no. I sorry about that. Don't let me get no talking late. I can do your talking later. Yes, sir. When you see you swallow, because he done melodramatic thing where he coming up with, come from y'all, both of y'all. And you can't have that. You have to have a son coming up a stable way. And he must see a difference. He know daddy, this is mommy. He know daddy don't act a certain way. Because that man could never care for him. Like you would care for him.
No, I know you don't.
That is not his father. It's Panani he after.
Yeah, accept that. Because the day he and she done, their relationship come to an end too. I talking about my son he.
No man ain't taking on me taking on. If I need to go take up his shit.
You don't know
you fuck his son.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
No, yeah, maybe you go wrong because I said the same.
But, right? When a situation like that, he's surprised and think, what going on, son? No, you, because you telling me the story.
Yeah.
So I can't. Here I say.
He also fed into the fact.
He feed into
the fact and the information too.
He feed into it. Because me and nobody listen to me. They ain't got nobody surprised around me. If I say scunt or fuck, I have somebody around me that don't cuss. And all that person will say, man, you can't do that around me again. Yes, sir. Christian people, they don't cuss. They can't do that around me. Nobody. You're fucking bad. You're hyperventilate. I can't be that again. Eh? This bear skunk you telling me, partner?
Like a 9-year-old can't call name a laptop.
No, but what I'm saying, here now, he looking for fucking attention just like he daddy.
Bye.
Because if it was so shocking, he wouldn't call his daddy name. He looking for attention like he daddy.
He ain't got nothing like
he fucking daddy, they're dancing all over, doing everything. They're in a fucking group telling people, yes, he can play fucking anti-man for get free things. Who you believe you get there, partner? I tell you got responsibility now. Don't even worry with the followers. You got responsibility for your fucking children. For man up.
Oh, you're right for that. No, because just go for one. Why I got responsibility to anybody but me?
No, but the same scunt you're playing here up now. And people don't know.
Being a responsibility.
People don't know. Here what I tell you. You can't play stupid and be smart. People don't know that. You know where I learned it from? Since little my days coming up walking, right? So I get in jail. And when I go, I say it's a carpenter. The man take me out to jail now for going to do carpenter work. When I gone, the man take it out the nail police thing, she checking up as a thing and shit. I say, what scunt is this? I just go in the house with a big one and just blam, blam, blam. That's all I shot all this thing shit in Barbies. You understand that person that did it? So thing shit start flying all over the place. We take down, they pack up, put all this thing shit, nail up, roof change. One day. Everyone in jail, man, tell me we going back in. Hey man, you let the road could take a whole week or something. I said, so why we gotta do it? The man said, oh, you just never come out steady. I said, pardon me, you never come out. If I do something, there's always do something scunt better. And here, how you believe I did they hated you, right? That's it. I deliver. I play like, bye. You want to help? Yes, imagine a fucking contractor. You believe? Imagine me coming trace like, so today on our program, if you make yourself a skunt, you're not like a skunt. It's not a skunt.
Like a skunt, play.
You understand? So it is your action. So when you suggesting that you can make everybody else a skunt, but you're there right for your children.
I never say I can make everybody else skunt. I say I have no responsibility.
No.
Sure.
But here I'm telling you, you cannot suggest that you don't have no responsibility
I don't have responsibility for
human beings.
They are responsible for themselves and their actions.
They must say, you're not responsible for your actions. But in what you're disseminating, acting the fool, it becomes a third quality of you. And when you're doing that, because it becomes third nature, you just naturally act the fool, you'll be acting the fool with your kids. You don't take it seriously. Like that, I am telling you. The main fact that you played that little boy game, and you surprised, he fucking surprised, and you surprised, is both the other person.
100%. I disagree 100%. Because I will still say what I say, and I stand by it. And I knew call your father's name and left shot and surprise, you will wonder, why is your son shot to call your name? And you will ask, I will ask. You might say Scarlet the fool, but I will disagree with you. Because I think anybody see the son call the name and less surprised and shocked for calling your name, you will wonder. So I hear you, listening to your opinion, but I still going to disagree with you when you know.
Partner,
That's me.
Me a fucking son that's called me name, and then he acts surprised he call me name.
Mm-hmm.
So you could disagree and don't fucking agree. You got the problem, not me.
You know, I was about 9 years old.
Eh?
Point.
Well, you know,
Listen to me. No.
I got a 6-year-old grandson. It's a fucking finicky.
When my son went there, 6 years old, it was different when he was here. I didn't have the problem when my son went there. Because my son go away and then I started getting certain problems. Our next conversation, let me go.
It's not discussing is mental health. The conversation is mental health.
Just decide.
You can't, when you reach your fucking problem, you can't explain your story.
Being an move explaining has nothing I can do with the situation. It's just one next situation. There's nothing I can do with sons in New York. It's beyond my control.
Yes, sir.
But when a man up or not, it's beyond my control still. There's nothing I can do.
Alright.
My son becoming a product of the environment of the New York. I am telling you, me personally,
3 years a kid guy, but it's only 6 months a kid guy.
He will become. Now he becoming. Even they're wrong, them people, them.
No, but I am saying,
you know, my only concern, my son going away, was he mentally, because in New York, I still have problems yet with these people in terms of their behavior-wise. You know, they allow children and so to as if they're an adult.
You ever met Derek?
Which Derek?
Derek O'Grod. We've been sitting there, you're trying to get him in the program. Who's living in America?
No, I met him, but I didn't do it.
Derek is a product of New York. Derek grew up in the Bronx. Derek grew up in the Bronx. I am saying, no matter where, New York got 23 million people, Judge. They got more good people in New York, right, than in the Caribbean. Yes, the environment plays a major role. I don't think your son will fall through the cracks because his mother is still there. You said she take a man who got a little bread.
Correct.
You understand? At least then they're in a basement, they're in a struggle. I am saying the role that you play in this kid's life and what you facilitate
will matter.
Plays a major part in his outcome. When you go into your son, when you're going to have an hour talk or a half an hour talk with your son, that has to be coming from a father that wants the best for his son.
Irrespective.
Of what? Not a fucking father. We used to praise about the day. Because right away I tell you straight up and ask, are you fucking retarded, boy? We're surprised about. I would ask you, what is wrong with you? No, I would ask, yes!
You'd ask tonight.
Because it's nonsense! That is nonsense, gasping and you surprised as a fucking girl behavior. Boys don't act like that. A boy with messages said that he said ting. He called you name. He called you name. And then shot after. Then he called daddy name and shot again. Because the son was scunt.
Which I found
Mother listening, the mother is paying attention to the conversation. He realized he said something wrong.
Yes!
So he shot.
But your mother didn't stand up the first time. But he shot. For translate, he fucking mother behavior to you. There's ignorance and nonsense here there, but that's what I'm saying.
That's not ignorance and nonsense.
You facilitated calling it talking. That is not normal children behavior. Oh, shut.
A 9-year-old saying something wrong and the shot guy says something wrong which he knows is wrong. That's not ignorance.
So this cunt he said for the first place.
And we gaffed and he said.
No.
He didn't intentionally say it, but I didn't even know he wasn't supposed to say it.
Hey son.
I think it came out because he wanted to address the issue with
What I'm telling you?
You could think anything.
No,
you could think it.
No, I think
that you haven't.
You're assuming that.
I would like to assume that this, even before you and him had that conversation, that you can't say Sian name in the house. There is something that was said before that conversation with you.
No interest in telling you.
It had nothing to do with you at the point. There was a conversation between he and the mother and probably Poco or wherever he named, right? Now, the fact, what we're saying is, it could have been done by him, and this is my assumption, that he is trying to inform you of something. But how he said it, and he jumped in the same bed because he probably expected the mother to tap him or to shout at him. Hey, why did me tell you? But the fact that she ain't said nothing. I still found that you still led that conversation in a way that it shouldn't have went.
Well, we changed it. We didn't talk about it.
Just let it
so Poco and he's surprised again.
Because when he
listen to me. Here what they say what?
Here what you say. Just let it roll. There's a mother said for truth. I don't matter.
I know for you. I got
next.
I want to see. But anyway, I can't see.
Sian.
No smart to sit down here and talk who you like, all the bullshit you have to get that. But when your son can't talk your name, they got left point.
Sian.
Bye-bye.
I am saying.
You haven't went through the situation.
No, but listen to me. I am saying. I do not have any boy children that act in that manner.
You ever hear your son can't call your name?
Sian.
Man,
I am telling you, listen to me. My sons, 25, 22, 20, have never had a discussion about it, but I could only imagine what they have been told about me.
Correct.
Never did they had a discussion about the mother that has affected the second one grossly.
There's not a conversation.
Because of the fact that we never had clarity.
Well, yeah, we're saying never had clarity, never had discussion.
No, but you listen to me. I got two and I catch it. Men do not operate like that. Men do not sue. So for instance, I'm telling you what I would have done. I said, son, calm down. This is the first thing, because if your son is developing this surprise attitude, I want to know what else he acts like in that manner. Dramatics is a whole different level, right? Let's say he's going through something. There's a discipline that has to be instilled in a young man. You understand? And I could tell you, young man attitude, I ain't no fucking know about that.
That's a 9-year-old, anyhow you choose a story.
Me ain't know about that.
Me ain't know about a 9-year-old versus a big 20-something-year-old boy.
No, but listen to me. When will he learn, my brother, the 20-year-old, 30-year-old, that's acting out in the way? Where will he come from, us?
They were 9 at one point.
When he think he father is okay with that, is an okay thing to do. Son, if there's an event, because first thing, you are in a boy, you want to instill a certain level of self-control around him. Again, The women who are looking at this program is not going to agree with us because they want a son. You understand? But what you want? You want a son or you want a daughter?
Don't ever do that again.
You understand? No, but there's the thing with them. You understand? You are creating a son. Don't know what she trying to create. I you have here this whole story. Me not tell you the mother telling them about it. I got probably the action. I got probably the kid right away getting it. No, yo, what going on?
What going on this?
What going on here, son? Me ain't got no time with she. Because once I program he and he's a good young man coming up, she can't get in here. Son, don't.
Yeah, but
Don't make an issue out of it. That's not no biggie.
So
You got your son over there representing Sion. You call your father name. Who the fuck is you, boy?
Hold on, you might say that. Oh,
You lost the woman or you lost the fucking child. Who's you? You a significant scunt.
Yeah, you can never lose.
You got to make sure the little time when you get to this child, you instill manly principles in him.
Solid.
Eh?
Don't try today.
You getting on?
Me?
Oh,
I'm
you
son,
think?
I ain't never doing me son them. I did.
You done last.
Right.
You may not be having this discussion.
I am not
Not yet.
last.
You lost the woman, you lost the child.
Not yet. You lost each other.
Everybody can lose a woman. Losing a woman is every day. It's a normal day.
Every day.
Listen to me.
That's just a normal day.
Every opportunity you have with your boy,
Losing a woman
must be instilling manly principles in him.
Man, say.
Every minute.
Listen.
And you planning those minutes to when the time come again, the next hour, you can't get you. Right? Right there, he coming with the thing, son, thing, back. I hope you do it. Ba. You understand?
Exactly.
Because you are good, here you gotta remember, you're instilling principles in him, or you need to instill principles in him. You know what we do as what is important for us to do as fathers? Make better sons than us. But most fathers don't recognize them. Like me by Paul, then the house say, start seeing what people are. I say, yo, no, bro, they can't walk. Bring one body, introduce them to me, and only one body can come in this house.
Correct.
Yes, sir? You hear?
Yeah, because it's your house.
No, but you know how much fathers they get the son and the father exchanging thing. Yes, sir? You imagine me son bringing in thing? What is that? No.
My son can't bring
Star,
to me.
can't do that.
You gotta carry them hotel or something.
No, but you can't, no.
But then how does it start? Where does it start from?
No, you imagine you telling you son, oh, you got care motel. No.
Where does it
You
start
have to
from?
introduce me to one body. You understand? That's why I'm bringing you a partner. You gotta introduce me to one body. You gotta stay because I can talk.
They can do it behind your back.
I talking.
They will do it behind your back.
You understand what I'm telling you? I talking.
I understand you talking, but they can still do it behind your back.
No. You understand what I mean when I talk? I said talking?
You won't tell the woman.
Yeah.
I know, I understand you. I catch on you, but I
Yes,
tell
sir.
you.
Meaning court you with no stupidness.
All you can do is don't let you know and do it behind your back. Me and one know. I rather me son, for me, as me personally, I rather for know the truth and let me son tell me if I could guide you properly. I wouldn't talk, I'm telling you me, but I would want to tell you.
If you're instilling principles in your son, like me son, I say, yo, this is how you gotta carry yourself.
Right.
He knows this is purposefully he's doing this. Yes, sir? He knows why he's doing that. Like me big son, right? Don't know, you gotta carry yourself a certain way. I pick up Miguel the other day, I say, yo, you gotta spend time with you. End up like me, bro. You gotta spend time with your wife. Bring Miguel you spend the whole weekend with me, grandson. You spend the whole weekend with me for make sure he get time with your wife, because he always there wanna say, yo, find time for your wife, brother. You understand? I babysit, I take care of my grandson. And I tell him, not yeah, you don't get control. I say, you don't make the same mistakes I made. A lot of times you find favor, or you try to find favor in what you do. So you're gonna, in life you end up in all kind of uncomfortable situation. What you have to know, like you imagine you tell me this little thing with this by action and then you have to go and exercise to upset you so much.
Yeah.
Bro, if this is everyday normal thing.
So it's every day you get upset, you're going to exercise to 11 o'clock.
By me know about you. But when I hear my son can't call me name, it did trigger me because
and that is okay.
I never had an experience where my son can't call me name.
Again, what we are really
it caused me to feel like I losing my son already. You understand? Remember my son gone away.
Fine.
Now for no my son gone away and can't even call your father's name in the house. It's like it immediately make I start feel by like you really gonna lose this by.
So what did you start countering immediately? Because at the end of the day, adding to what critics said, you really truly got to be the form factor in that child's life.
Yeah, but being the form factor with that you gotta go through this kind of problem is more like you just spend a little time.
See, what we're saying is that one, you're not the only person in this situation.
Of course, and nor will I ever be the same person.
Two, every moment you have with this child, make it count for something. That means, and I mean to say, for every conversation, if it's going to last half hour to an hour, make sure at the end of that conversation, you leave him with a principle. Son, you know X, Y, Z, boys, blah, blah, blah. You every time you have a conversation, there is a principle to be taught. There's a conversation to have, not just, oh, you're going to play game, how was school today, whatever. That's okay.
You learn a lesson.
The small thing is okay. The small talks is okay.
The learning lesson in the last conversation you had with your son was you telling me how to respond to things. I am suggesting, Bart is talking about another aspect of it. I am suggesting that this surprise thing of a 9-year-old child is abnormal behavior. That is the discussion. Me and no time which she said because my son is not going to go through his life responding to his mother jumping and frightening nothing. You understand? If you really instill in his son, it's not no vibes, man. Don't worry about that. No speed until he realize, you know, Keritan, he realize, oh God, this is a more important thing. He pressure might go in up at the age of 9, the next day he call you name. Because you're more excited than he about the whole situation. I am saying.
They're not excited about the situation.
No, but you went on to have issues too.
Not
necessarily. And that is what you're instilling in him. You can't do what you don't know unless you deal with your personal issues. You'll not be able to instill proper principles in him. Because if we're having a discussion and you find that, okay, me and no problem, me even studying this lady. Because I know this lady. I know women behavior. Yes, this is a matter of fact. This exists. How do we deal with this problem?
Correct.
You know women behavior, buddy.
I know.
Yes, right. So, plus you know double women behavior more than anybody else.
Yeah, but I know she's going to try to get to me, which I acknowledge. And I'm telling you all the situation.
The subject
she'll try and forget to you, bro.
Yeah, she will constantly try to get to me. It's not just
how you and this boy interact. How you train he is the program. We don't have no time with
your son is what we're more concerned about.
Is she going to have to be happy with Poco?
What
she going to Poco sauce?
With your son?
It's a Spanish, right? It's not Guyanese.
Yeah, it's a Guyanese one.
Name Poco?
No, my son used to call me Poco.
Oh, right.
I don't know how we getting name. Because several times...
He must have carried me Mommy Poco, so we call him Poco.
I used to always ask this man, I used to always ask this man, how you find a name like that for him? But he never would answer me. He never ever answered me to this day. How or why he's called man.
Listen, see, at the end of the day, you can't stop his mother.
Imagine that. You saying, no, is he come up with though? Calling him out.
Yeah, I was calling him.
Hey, I will ring about seeing me by.
I know.
That's how the rats here carry Poco.
No, you know what that
I might even take care of your mother and you carry Poco.
No, you take care of your mother, no? I pay for every single thing for my son. That means you used to call him Poco when he was
here. But who take care of you now?
No. Well, it's he. No.
But you can't still carry Poco, buddy.
Well, he call him Poco no more. He call him Poco.
No, but I know that. If he call you, see, and he can call you by name.
At the end of the day,
I can't do nothing about it.
At the end of the day, you can't stop his mother from being his mom, and she will try to be the best mom to him as possible.
And she think
you need to do is focus on him.
I agree with Critic.
And not her.
Critic does tag the right thing. I do. He tag the right thing. She can do the best thing which she think is the best thing. She's not gonna do the right thing.
No, but here what we need.
Think is the best.
Right? The what we need. And that's where we get a conflicting thing. And we were talking about mental health and men helping, right? Very important to note. In me case, if I ask for somebody some help and they take it, they're going to do the own thing, I done with that, But I think if men show, and we the last guys, bro. Yo, we build this world, bro.
Correct.
Everything you see and know of is men built. This feminist movement, this bullshit, yes,
it is nonsense.
Even the addressing of all mental health issues, right? The protection of all rights is all done by men. They ain't got no female here, listen. If we wake up tomorrow morning and decide the world done, it's done. Although men are outnumbered by women. Yes, they got nothing could hold men back. If we wake up tomorrow morning,
if the world born on tomorrow today, by tomorrow we can try to build it back tomorrow.
Right?
We
built the modern world as it's known. We built the world. We fight all the wars. Let me say the perverted men. Let me say the perverted men going after women. Who even represent women can't represent themselves. It's we.
Yeah, one more walk down the road, they say, look, the creepy man following me.
Yeah, it's another man of representation, not another woman, not a group of women. So I'm suggesting, in light of where we are, we got to deal with this shit.
Like I saw one, the woman said, but if men for disappear for a week, what we can do, right? And the woman asked a question, oh, you can get food. First thing I watch them out, when they got groceries and things in tin that will last you up to 3 to 4 years. So y'all calculate
no plan.
You get food up to 3 to 4 years.
She's a retard. This planet. She's a retard. This planet.
Farming.
Here I tell you. This planet, most people don't know, do not have sufficient food supplies, fuel supplies, and otherwise for last 3 months anywhere in the world. Even in the civilized world. Yes, and if they shut down the people, look, simple COVID. The world didn't have the vaccines. Everybody had to come out. You would expect a country of vaccine in every year, giving flu vaccine, would have been prepared for COVID. The world is not prepared for that, right? But I am saying, in closing, I am suggesting, Sian, that you work on ensuring, while separating your feelings from what is your dissemination of information to your son, you ensure you give him the best fatherly advice. And you don't have to be a big man with your son. You ain't got to turn a big man. He's 9 years of age. He got a lot of things: football talk, children's talk, joke, and this and that. What you do not do is facilitate, participate in anything that would not see him being a young man in the true sense. That's all I'm saying. Yes, sir. You recognize it. You are facilitated.
I'm listening to you. I get into
No, you got into this thing. Because, but it's me name called. It's me name called. I have no problem with your name being called. Or whether your name is being called, the house and the name is called at all.
I was still shocked at the time. So I don't
know.
But a
father can't. What the fuck you shocked about? I said don't call your name.
I asked you a question, you still didn't answer me. You ever went through a situation that your son can't call you name?
My brother had been in worse situations that we are not a melodramatic family. We're not a dramatic family. What I'm saying, the construct that you've created, the story that you've created is bullshit. So when you reach it, when men reach certain things, say, yo, they think, right? But at a different level, we talk about it. Does the same discussion file like how he's high mental health? There's a woman thing. You say, yo, calm the fuck down, by where's you come? Drink it,
you right.
By the girl hot in me head. Yo, calm the fuck down, by. Yes, sir. There's a woman be, take off your clothes and start on the fucking road. No, calm down, by. Yes, sir. Me and I know group. You not they know group with me a holler, I said.
No.
This is contrary with you.
Correct.
No matter what problem you're going through, we got to contain yourself a certain way. So imagine that you surprising it. What the fuck you think? Nobody wants to hear you fucking and you're important to this fucking house. Poco is the fucking man now. You understand what I'm saying? Poco is the man.
But I still stick to what I tell you.
You imagine. No, I'm
still at the time.
The boy behavior and you behave is the same thing. It's the only long thing she is from.
I still surprised at the time. I was still shocked.
You're surprised about what shocked about?
But no, your son can't call your name, and I was still standing by my behavior at the time. No, I didn't bitch about it. Me a couple, me go, deal.
No, but your heart
ask
is
this amount.
You have to go in the gym for recover and getting affected you. I am saying this is a no-brainer.
I always and I will forever exercise to pass my, I could say, if I got a problem.
No, but you exercise. You exercise 2 times a day.
I feel better.
Nonetheless, you see and build some more muscle and you're healthy.
You like talk to me, so after you say nothing.
No, but there's an issue there.
You bring up the conversation.
An unresolved issue with your son and so. Yes, sir. Because you tell him.
So you gotta deal with it though.
I talk about
son, we don't deal like that.
You even bring up the conversation.
Deal with it, but you have to deal with it.
I can't deal with it over the phone. I deal with it when I see.
So, but you know,
so how am I deal with it? How am I call? You believe if your mother monitoring the conversations, I can deal with it? You don't know the woman gonna wait for trying to provoke my game?
No, but hear what you say.
You said deal with it.
If you address this issue with your son,
deal with it. Hold on.
If you address this issue with your son,
and you're assuming I could get to address the issue with him.
Yes, I am saying if you address the issue with your son,
you talk to him, true.
Huh? No, but here, you still hear what I'm saying. If you are addressing this issue how it's supposed to be addressed, she would be there listening and glad.
If I could address
if you are to address the issue, if you're to address your son, I said, son, I understand what's going on. Me, I understand what's going on over there. But as a young man, you don't have to be surprised about anything. She listening and glad. Listen to me, you support it. Yes.
I support you.
You agreeing.
Okay.
Will you say, son, don't be surprised about anything? Because you imagine how much more surprised is he going to be surprised? Well, these days, you son will be so fucking surprised he might see you after. He'll have surprise. He will be surprised for life. If she done decide in the house who name a car, who name not a car. Right? And he's surprised. Well, what's the next thing? Surprise. Next thing he fucking surprised. The whole life he's surprised.
You don't think the man was shocked for no he can't call?
He's shocked. Just think he'll be fucking electrocuted. Huh? Everything is shocked. He's shocked. Huh? Tell his son, calm down, don't be shocked about nothing. It's your mother. Listen to your mother. Nicely listen to your mother. Don't be shocked at your mother. When you saw that, so like,
you know the facial expression you do just like the man from Home Alone when you get
right? Here now, when you train your son, right? Not to worry, he like, son, must be says your mother. Must listen to your mother. Don't be surprised. Right? And you just hear calmly. Next thing he's there. Then you hear a story. And we got lash up. Where she lash you for not paying attention, right? And donkey! Because just as she get to you head, she get to me here. When he become donkey, like, yeah, man. Yeah, mommy. Yes, mommy. Yes, sir? You can't go like, wait, I can't get to them no more. Right. And I am telling you tell it, right she there right there when she thinking, oh yes, this is good. I'm glad he tell you don't worry, right? But when he get it, and he understand not to worry with she, because she's a total waste of fucking time. Yes, sir? Then she got the problem. And I'm not telling your son anything. All you tell your son, don't be surprised. Listen to your mother. You tell your son the right thing. Right. Listen to your mother.
Because at the end,
sir. You know we got with the girl. Here, I sorry. I don't vibe with it though. Yes, sir. Don't vibe with it though.
No, like I said, there's nothing I can do in this situation.
Yeah, you can do a lot.
There's a lot you can do.
You can do a lot.
That's what we tell. There's a lot.
I'm only saying, just agree with it. There's nothing doing. There's just agreeing with it.
That is it. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're saying they got nothing more than that. You say there's a lot to do. All you're saying to do is agree.
No, it's a lot.
So don't happen alone. Again.
Well, do it.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah, gotta face your demons, but here, we gotta wrap up. We had a nice conversation.
Psychology we playing.
Get him on the thing and let bar tag, but then stick a little smoke to a bar there, you know. I don't got that time up on it. Nah. But you got, I
always which cigar? That's which one?
Yeah, you don't go trouble them, man.
No, I want to smell it.
So, you talk about the cigar,
No, I just want to smell cigars. I want to smell thing, but I don't like cigars.
So what you want to smell?
You don't even want to smoke and get high anytime.
Yes.
No, I want to make sure that I don't like how this thing will smell. I'm not a cigar man. I tell you, I'm not a cigar man. You understand? This is me.
Yes,
I never like
a lot of things kind of man, I don't.
Something to do with me with smoking when it comes to smoking. Like, I don't like nothing with smoking, but it's just me personally. Cigarette. I mean, I grew up in a smoking environment, you know. Me grew up with a father like him to smoke or nothing. Since I smell, I never like smoking, hookah, vape and anything. I don't like the thing at all. I can't say
you grow up smell?
I can't.
No, what I'm saying.
I can't.
How long hookah vape there, man?
No, I tell you, I don't like it. I don't like cigarette. Then I never like cigars. I never like vape. I never like hookah.
Yeah, wrap up. Tell the viewers something interesting and we wrap up.
Well, everybody, mental health watch is a very important thing. And to be honest with y'all, I can tell y'all meant something here. I mean, this is just my opinion when it comes to mental health. See a friend, see a male friend, and let he be the person to talk to. But you can't sit down and gaff and tell a woman these things. I'm telling you, they can see it as a complaint. They can see it as you're weak and you're inferior as a man, and you can't do it. Don't let, even when women tell you, even when they tell you and say, oh, why you come and complain to me, you could cry to me.
Who we talking about? Hold on, I missed something else. So, woman say what?
Woman is say that, yeah, you could come to me, you could
tell me what? No. Hey, we talk about men's mental health. Not telling woman your story.
Yeah.
If you want to be seen as a wussy,
don't do that.
You don't here, right off the bat. Now, there are very good relationships between husband and wife. But no, you see, one of the founding factors that is between a man and a woman's attraction is the man's ability to dominate and take care and protect that woman. This is an innate quality. Don't worry with human intelligence. Don't get confused by educated women and all the fucking that thing. When it comes to the time she that you are, she feel good and you are like me, don't necessarily feel nice and no woman are. I feel nice having a woman in my arm.
Okay.
Right? There's a reason for this. There are innate genetic qualities in human beings as we have evolved. Men are protectors. This thing with woman, I think you talk to your bodies.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you.
You don't want to tell you when you're feeling, because some of your BT might be tickling. You might get all kind of weird feelings. Yeah? And woman, when you tell them done, the baby party done, I tell you all. Don't go be telling woman what your feelings, except she's a psychologist, is a certified clinician. Do not be good to, it's just so I hear this matter, but it's done.
No, I am telling them not to do that.
Okay, talk to your men folk. Talk to people.
Talk to men. Don't want to tell no woman no nothing.
Talk to women. You can talk to women who are in a relationship. But for the sanity of your relationship, don't tell your woman about your weakness and your vulnerabilities, although they come and tell you that.
That's exactly what I am
telling them. No, well, I know what you said, but I just hear you say, woman, I did go there before. And I can't get it, oh God. Brothers, let me start praying for you.
You know, I learned early, very early when I first started seeing a girl, right? Within 1 month, I used to tell this girl my problem. And the day sit down and this girl turn and say, you got too much issues and problem. I can't be with you no more in a relationship. And right away, I learned when you see you got problem, don't tell woman nothing.
No.
Shut your mouth.
Bear in mind, and again, I don't want you to use the term problem.
No, when I have me mental problems.
Do not have discussions of your vulnerabilities with women, not problem. If you have a woman, you gotta discuss. Girl, this thing you want me got money, and them think no, you say I can't get money. Me tell them play fucking big bite. Vulnerabilities. A thing, a feeling low. I just feel suicidal sometimes. Yes, vulnerabilities. Now it has to be addressed. But your woman that you're in a relationship with, for a woman to have that yearning, that thing.
But you see, she was the one who used to tell me.
No, all of them.
No, tell me that's
Here what has happened now.
That's how I hear.
Here what has happened with women. By nature, they assume or act in a manner like you're their child. So, come, Miss Son, let me tell you. Well, again. By the way, since we're talking about it, the only woman that you could tell your vulnerabilities is your mother.
Is your mother.
Correct.
Right? So, let me get it clear. But if you're in a relationship with a woman, you don't express your vulnerabilities to that woman. Now, here what happened. In all of her wisdom, she assumes that she could help you. An educated woman would assume she could help you. She don't know when you open up to share about your feelings, how it demeans her, it crushes her.
Correct.
Because here I know.
This person that she once looked up
I never
to.
forget
Yes.
the story, I go in the gym, right? I've exercised. You say, man, you exercise earlier? I said, man, yeah, but I got little things for my mind I want to get stuff. You told me, man, you could sit down and tell me. I said, man, no, man, I'd rather exercise. Man, sit down and tell me, oh, shut me, you together. You supposed to share your problems with me. Why? And I sit down and I start telling shit.
There is a ring, what?
I never forget it. So 1 month later, the girl turned to me. The girl said, Sian, you're a nice boy. I mean, I really like the time to support. You got too much of problems. And you are ready.
Don't let her know.
Like I sit down.
Don't let her know. The only body you could go to and they gonna feel your pain.
Yes, your mother.
Is your mother.
Your mother, nobody.
You tell any woman that, again, not your problems we discussing.
Yeah, I understand.
Vulnerabilities. Women assume that men are impervious. You understand?
Break that down for you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Alright. Women, right? The attraction, the male attraction is, that's why we got different hormones. Right?
Correct.
The woman is nurturing. The man is supposed to be a beast.
Protective.
A protector. Mm-hmm. And when you got a woman, here was the funny thing. It's not her fault. Nothing is wrong with this woman.
Correct.
It is just that genetically she's been trained a certain way. So for instance, I can tell you straight up. If we go in, the three we go in, forget go link up with a girl, our four we got next partner, I want them come and say, oh, you look so sweet, girl. Who the fuck you believe getting the girls first?
Yoked.
Yes, sir. Because a male voice sounds a certain way. So how they can't get girl can't like it. She start feeling like a lesbian right away.
Yeah, but right away, I think they would pick me based on my voice. You understand?
Yes, sir. No, they're looking for that.
You know me real voice, but you know me real voice.
Hey, y'all wrap it up, man. Y'all wrap it up, Louis.
Yeah, we kind of wrapping it up, and then you're gone.
No, because of the weather. Just wanted to clear it up. I want people to misunderstand.
Alright, well, as y'all hear what I was saying just now, it's a very serious thing, and I just want y'all know this is the Man Cave podcast. We've been a little behind for a little bit, but we plan now to make it very frequent every Tuesday. And if anyone will be busy, like I was telling critics all the time, I will come here, sit down, and we just do a little something self, even if it's for hour alone. But we gotta get the Man
Cave. For the Man Cave?
Yeah.
No, every Tuesday, Bart. Anytime you got a chance.
Yeah, every Tuesday.
Right?
Yeah, man. Once
every Tuesday.
Everybody asking for the Man Cave.
Yeah.
And just to let y'all know, let me tell y'all, the Man Cave has become a very popular podcast because I find countless people are always talking. They like it. We talk here very free. Everybody
by the
is open.
Shell gas station.
On to Shell gas.
So gas station, you're going to ogle. There was a critic when they want to see honest and there's your fans then. Then people
Sure, gas station.
Ogle, man.
Ogle gas station.
Sure, gas station, Ogle, man. Just before the...
Yeah,
Them there, but this accent now. Here was the funny thing.
That's your...
People just see me and say, hey, critic, how you doing? Nobody talks to me about my morning program, you know.
Right.
People just say, critic is funny.
Right.
Podcast fans, Man Cave fans, I said, critic want to the Man Cave, take that, right? A specific. Like people don't talk, because remember me morning programs every morning, right? People just follow up, people see me as critic and know critic and them
Is ladies though?
morning thing.
Is ladies.
Oh, God.
No, if it's ladies, I don't go. Don't want no if it's ladies. I want if it's ladies because it's not
You're fun.
I say I want if it's ladies. If it's ladies.
Wrap it up, Scott.
Alright, good. But I don't say what I gotta say. Bart, is that all you know?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here with us on another episode of The Man Cave. Remember, it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month for the entire month of June. Fellas, I encourage you to do something positive for yourself every single day. It doesn't have to be something big, something grandeur. If you can, go right ahead. But something positive. Do something positive for yourself. Do something positive for a friend. A friend indeed. In need is a friend indeed. That's the real take.
Alright, guys, thanks once again, and look forward to the Man Cave being sharp every Tuesday, 6 o'clock.
Close off my light.